Hello, folks. Welcome, welcome. Mayank says, can Porter replace Air Canada for domestic fully for anyone? BMO Porter VI or Visa Infinite has better benefits uh, than the TD Aeroplan VI. Can it replace? Good question. As it stands, I mean, for anyone, it's a very broad question because it really depends on where you live, to be very honest, Mayank. And I'm sure our friends listening in from out west, Heather's here, and a couple of others that might be around from out west as well. Mm, it's still a bit of a challenge, but the good news is the network is starting to expand, and we are now seeing a few routes directly out of Vancouver. So Vancouver, Toronto, Vancouver, Toronto, Vancouver, Phoenix, Vancouver, Ottawa. So those are good, but we'd like to see a few more flights, connectivity across other Western cities as well before we can really compare apples to apples. If you mostly travel around between the bigger metro cities or tier one cities in Canada, like your usual Vancouver, Calgary, I'd even put Edmonton in there, um, Winnipeg, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Halifax, St. John's, those major sort of at least the capital cities of each province. I think you'll still be okay. Some of the segments would be a little strained if you travel a lot between those segments out west specifically, but you'd be okay. I think you should be fine if you're like a casual traveler with at least a daily flight bringing you back and forth. I think you'd still be okay. But I don't think it's strong enough across Canada, especially in smaller airports and other tier two towns in Canada, to really compare them to Air Canada, because Air Canada's reach across various communities in Canada is super strong. And then, yeah, so speaking of, maybe we should quickly talk about one of the things that Air Canada announced, which really ties into kind of Mayank's question. Uh, I mean, more my response to Mayank's question, which was um, centered around Air Canada's presence in smaller towns and regions, and they recently announced that their Motorcoach service, the bus service, essentially luxury bus service. Between Kitchener-Waterloo Airport to Toronto Pearson is going to double up in frequency. So I think they had something like five back and forth thus far, but starting December, it's going to go from 5 to 10. So they'll have 10 back and forth service between Kitchener-Waterloo Airport and Toronto Pearson. And the bus service, to my surprise, has been popular, it seems, because they're clearly doing this out of demand and for the holidays as well, of course, and the holiday travel that'll come in December and into January. So yeah, it's great to see that people are availing this. And I would be lying if I said that I wasn't surprised by this, because I really didn't think that many people would take them up on this connecting bus service, but clearly people are, and you can earn your SQMs and SQDs and everything. And the best thing is the bus is very much part of the itinerary. So it is you when you book your ticket, you literally the bus segment is the first segment of your larger ongoing ticket, say in this case out of Kitchener-Waterloo. And they also have the service from Hamilton into Pearson and even Kingston into Pearson, which is fantastic. The fact that they're able to bring in people from this kind of radius in Ontario into Pearson and then feed them into the larger network of Air Canada and beyond, to be honest. So fantastic. And this is the kind of thing I was talking about when it comes to Air Canada. Their penetration into the market is so mature and has been for such a long time that it's hard to really realistically compare Porter to Air Canada. Where you can compare Porter to Air Canada, and we're seeing this, is in the competitive markets like the bigger cities, as I said, even the capital cities across all the provinces in Canada. They've connected everything. So in those particular segments, they compete hard. These two airlines, Air Canada and Porter, and of course in the network going to the U.S. Sun destination and all of that. But when it comes to the pure uh, web of connectivity that Air Canada has in Canada, it's difficult to sort of peg Porter against them and make that comparison, if that makes sense. Um, Heather says, I'm still waiting for my companion fare to try them out. Yeah, Heather is obviously alluding to the Porter World Elite, the BMO Porter World Elite card that after spend also comes with companion fares or companion vouchers. And once you've met the spend requirements, um, and we've learned through data points that these companion vouchers are taking a bit of time to come through. So we wait and see. And yes, we'll talk about all of these things, and perhaps even if not a solution, perhaps an opportunity to give some feedback to what card members have experienced through the first few months of the card. How long has the card been out? I'm thinking around April, May, right? Thereabouts. So 6, 7 months. Yeah, May, says Heather. Yeah. So how did we get to Porter? Oh, I was talking about the end of the month exact thing. Yeah, yeah. The other sort of as a reminder, if you, and I know Scotiabank credit cards and Scotiabank in general is very popular amongst this community, amongst the points community. So just a reminder that you have another week or so to go before, I mean, week or so to go to register all of your Scene Plus earning cards in anticipation for the exclusive event, the Scene Points Days events that the 3 day event that's coming up. So November 7th to November 9th. So 7th, 8th, and 9th for the 3 days. All the registered cards that Scene Points earning cards from Scotiabank have really up their earn rates for those 3 days, and you'll be able to enjoy a lot of those upped accelerator earnings and things like that on each of their cards. So definitely make sure that you are registering your cards. Is it 24th? Yeah, October 24th. So make sure you are registered or you have registered all of your cards that you think that you'll put some spend on because you'll be not only earning in some cases double the scene points. They're offering very similar to what Air Miles continues to do is they've partnered with all of these brands that are under the umbrella. So be it a Sobeys, a Cineplex, a Freshco, or what am I seeing? Uh, Restaurants like Kelsey's, Harvey, Home Hardware, uh, even bookings with Expedia, all of those things you'll be earning double the scene points for those 3 days. So you want to time all of your grocery spends, all of your travel expenses, I mean, travel bookings. If you're booking anything through Expedia, you want to time all of those between the 3 days, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And perhaps more importantly, make sure that your Amex Scotiabank Gold card, your passport card, uh, your all the Scene Plus earning points, the red Amex card, even your debit cards, and all of them are registered. That's the link. So make sure you go and register all of your cards there because yeah, it's unheard of I mean, these for the 3 days. You can earn as much as 7x on your groceries if you have a Scotia Amex Gold card. Um, Fantastic, or even 6x in dining. Uh, so that card really ups the game. I mean, it's one of the best cards Scotiabank has for us points people, and and that one is just upping its game. So you get a nice little boost across all of them. So basically, everything goes up by one. So if you were earning, say, what's the passport 3 times? Yeah, passport was 3 times on eligible groceries will become 4 times. So it becomes 4x, and that's everything goes up by 1x, which is fantastic. And then on top of that, on top of your card's earning potential, if you go to those specific if you go to the specific stores on that website, you'll notice Sobeys has additional scene points on top of your credit card earned, so you'll get those points on top of that. So if you really time all of your big ticket item purchases at your groceries, for entertainment, for dining, for your daily transit, or whatever the case might be, the 3-day event truly has the potential to drive home some solid Scene Plus points. And at least in our household, and myself include, I mean, in our household, it's a big hit. The Scene Plus points are big hits because we kind of use them for all of our Airbnb redemptions and all of the travel redemptions that I typically don't use airline or hotel points. Everything goes in for what I call the Scene Plus treatment, which is redeeming Scene Plus points against those. Simply, I mean, the one thing, if I just had to give you one reason to be, if you're not already a Scene Plus fan, is it allows you to book with any provider, and that's such a strong statement, such a strong thing to carry with a card that allows you to book with any provider. So you not only earn the points through the card, you not only earn your bonus points through the Scene Plus ecosystem. Uh, if you booked a flight, if you booked a hotel, all of those things count towards your elite status, towards your elite qualifying and whatnot. So really, really strong ecosystem of the points itself. And I've said this over and over. There's a lot to love about a currency or a program that's very easy to use. So it's not only the points fraternity that uses it because it's super easy and we know how to leverage it. It's somebody that's starting off in this hobby of points in this luxury travel system can still leverage all of those points and through simple clicks be able to attain things the same way as you and I would without having to, learn the ropes or have to jump the hoops or, the gymnastics of it keeps us away from that. But what did get everybody's attention here in Canada and beyond was that Amex Canada was changing the Platinum Lounge access starting 2027. The good news is uh, they're giving us a full year and a bit of a heads up. And the changes, hesitate to, I mean, it is a devaluation. So I'm going to call it that. It is a devaluation. These are negative changes. And what's changing is that Platinum card holders in Canada, uh, which covers both cards, personal and business card, will no longer have unlimited access to Plaza Premium and Priority Pass network lounges starting January 1st, 2027. So not 2026, but 2027. So a full year and a couple of months out. Um, Instead, they'll have 6 visits allocated for each of those networks. So 6 for Plaza Premium, 6 for Priority Pass, so 12 in total for that registered card or for the Platinum card, which is it's a devaluation. So that's 12 in total. And of course, if you have supplementary cards attached to that, supplementary platinum cards attached to that, the supplementary card holders get 2 each as well. So that's another 4. If you were thinking about 2 for Plaza Premium and 2 for Priority Pass, that kind of thing. Yeah, devaluation. And the only way to sort of maintain unlimited access, and they've kept that window open, they haven't like fully shut the unlimited benefit out. If you're able to spend $20,000 annually on that card, it will unlock the unlimited lounge access even with Plaza Premium and Priority Pass. Now, $12,000 is a lot of money, especially if it's a card that you typically keep just for travel purposes or for earning points, redeeming, and a little bit of travel hotels here and there. If it's not your primary card on the personal end, spending $20,000 is a lot on that card. For business, small business owners, medium and large, I don't think that 20,000 will be very difficult to put through on your business cards. But um, if you were a solo traveler, I think 12 lounge, so 12 passes should be okay because you're basically just realize that it's just Plaza Premium and Priority Pass. If you're traveling outside of Canada, you could still use your Centurion lounges. You could use the Delta lounges if you were, flying Delta and whatnot through the Platinum card. So all of that remains unlimited. It's just the Plaza Premium and Priority Pass have been restricted, quote unquote, restricted to 6 annual visits. So it's not like the entire lounge access is going away from the platinum cards, but it's diluting significantly or will dilute significantly starting 2027. So if you're a solo traveler, I suppose 12, 12 visits annually is not bad. But if you travel a couple of times or a few times with your partners or with a family, then you can burn through that, hey, even in a trip or two. So it's not the best news, of course, and I don't know what that means for the Platinum card in the future. I'd love to know what that means for you folks, because the biggest thing for me is for Canadian cardholders, the fact that there's no Centurion lounges in Canada. So that leaves a heavy reliability on the Plaza Premium and the Priority Pass network for Canadian Platinum card holders, which is the piece that worries me the most. So somebody sort of mentioned that in our on the website as well, that if you're traveling through Vancouver or Toronto or Montreal, even within Canada, especially within Canada rather, then it's a tough one to swallow because you won't have access to a Delta lounge or an Escape lounge or a Centurion lounge for you to use. So you're at the beck and mercy of the Plaza Premium or the Priority Pass lounges. And if that gets capped to say 12 lounge visits in a year, uh, it really is a devaluation of that card that sort of charges you $800 to keep that card, right? For a premium card in the country, it's sad that it's going down to sort of 12 as opposed to being a true travel card with complete unlimited lounge access. Um, yeah, so tell me, I mean, how does it change? Does this devaluation in itself change your decision to keep the card in your wallet? I'd love to hear from you folks. And of course, you know, w would Amex giving out a few more credits in other things that you can do on that card convince you to, I mean, I don't know if they'll do that. I'm just thinking out loud that if they put in a few more annual sort of Amex offers that give you credits and discounts and whatnot, like that typical aspect of a coupon book, right? If you get a few more of these discounts and coupons, will this offset the lounge benefit aspect, or those are two distinct things in your mind in terms of when it comes to a value for that card, and you don't think you will benefit any longer from keeping that card? Just trying to get a sense of that. Yeah, Mayank says another thing is tracking it in Excel. So tracking might be a little bit easier, especially with something like Priority Pass. If you have their app, you can just quickly see how many you've used and which card has been registered to those, which card has been attached to those sort of lounge visits. But I fully agree that tracking could be an issue for most people that are not living around with so many apps and such. And then they also mentioned in the terms and conditions, I noticed, even for the $20,000 spend, it can take them a few days or a few weeks for them to upgrade your account to an unlimited access account. So if you are halfway through your trip somewhere and you need more on your way back, it may turn out that it's still not useful for you at that particular time. So we'll have to wait and watch how that timing works, and even in cases where the account is meeting the 20K spend requirement. The good thing, I mean, silver lining, I suppose, a very bleak one, but a silver lining nonetheless, is once you meet the 20K threshold and your account is upgraded, uh, it's upgraded to the following December. So if sort of, for example, if May or June 2027, so 6 months into your card membership, you have met the 20K requirement, then your unlimited aspect of lounge visits or unlimited visits doesn't just code until December 2027, it'll code to December 31st, 2028. So you can have a full year and a half after you've made, I mean, in that example, after you've met the 20K spend requirement. Yeah, Heather, well put. Heather says that ends popping into each lounge to see how I like it. Doesn't feel very platinum or ultra premium. I agree with both those statements for sure. I think because people have access, it's very easy to do a lot of lounge hopping at a given airport. But now, if people have to ration their visits, um, forget who it was on our Discord channel, they said they travel from Winnipeg to Toronto and onward. So often they'll go to a lounge in Winnipeg and then a lounge in Toronto and then onwards, and perhaps even use an arrivals lounge somewhere when they land. But now, with just the six or with just the 12, at least for the Plaza Premium and Priority, now they have to ration it out. So no more. I mean, uh, it'll be like me. I access or not, I just don't go to airport lounges in Ottawa, my home airport anymore, just because it is what it is. Um, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see how people start to ration and decide which lounges to go and which lounges to leave. Rachel's here. Rachel says we still get unlimited access to the Aspire lounges, right? Those are part of the Amex Global Collection or something. I'm a little unsure. Yeah, you should Priority Pass. I've always walked into Aspire as Priority Pass. Are they part of the global collection? Can somebody check and confirm? If they are, then you basically get unlimited access to Aspire, but I don't think that's the case. Could be wrong. Somebody check and confirm, please. Heather says they have changed the Platinum experience to feeling luxe, throwing down metal into piecemeal benefits that have to be worked for. Just American in terms of a credit for this and a credit for that. Yeah, for sure. Okay. I see what you mean, Heather. Yeah, it like becoming a very expensive coupon book is what you mean. Yeah, Heather also goes on to say too many things I need to pay attention to and work to get the value out of it. Yeah, that's just the ecosystem we all live in, Heather. At least this points community, we are pretty decent at multitasking with many products around at the same time. Whatever brings us value and can leverage a bit of luxury into our travel, right? Donna says getting harder to justify holding the card. Yeah, fully agree. Especially the personal card, to be honest. Uh, I say this because for people that have businesses attached to it, I think spending 20, I mean, if that is your only business card, spending $20,000 in a year for an established business should not be very difficult given check C and all of that. But for an individual to hold that platinum card, um, it's starting to get a bit heavier on the spend requirement, and to have that kind of spend requirement just for lounge access seems a bit steep, for sure. Heather says most of my travel is in business, and there are other cards for lounges. There are a few I'll miss, but not the $800 worth of miss. Alex says, but don't folks have more credit card than the average Canadian between the Amex Platinum Gold, the various Visa Infinite cards, Dragon Pass? There should be a lot of lounge possibilities for minimal, low to no fees. Agreed, Alex. Good point. And that's something that we'll discuss in a couple of minutes as to what are the other cards in your wallet that you can easily complement that, because a lot of the other cards that we have, at least in this points community, that we are the ones that have multiple credit cards in our wallets. So we should be sort of not least impacted, but at least the impact of this change should be lesser on this community. But as with many things, when a devaluation comes through, this community is also the most vociferous one when it's critiquing a product or a benefit that's being taken away from them. Rachel says, Aspire Ottawa tells me it's good enough to show Platinum card, but yeah, little unclear. Rachel, double check if your Platinum card is connected to your Priority Pass, because every time I've gone into the Aspire Ottawa, I don't even show them my Platinum card. I basically just pop open my Priority Pass, and my Amex Platinum is connected to my Priority Pass, and that's what I've used. Or perhaps I could just show them the Platinum card as well and just walk away without worrying about Priority Pass. I haven't tried. I should give it a try. Yeah, Mayank says, isn't Scotia Passport VIP sounding good with 100%? Yes, let's talk a little bit about that because I had a list of cards that I think are suddenly positioned a lot better when it comes to just lounge access and everything else. And to Mayank's point, uh, the Scotia Passport Visa Infinite Privilege card, which is their ultra luxury, uh, sort of ultra luxury card in the Scotiabank world, is sounding a lot better because that card not only comes with $250 annual credit, 80,000 Scene Plus points upon sign up. The annual fee is $599 compared to, say, a $799 for the Platinum card. No foreign exchange fee, which is a fantastic perk to have. And of course, what we are discussing, the 10 complimentary lounge visits through Dragon Pass. So, yeah, Scotia Passport VIP is definitely one of them if you had to have a Lux card in your wallet. And lounge visits play a big role. I think a $5.99 one will play a big role for a lot of people. For the points community, particularly this one, I think the ability to move membership rewards to hotels and airlines will still trump everything else. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that aspect of the card, and I think that's what Amex is hoping as well, that that strong feature of earn and transferable currency will still hold its cardholders as opposed to worrying about Plaza Premium and Priority Pass. I don't agree with it, but I think that's their thinking. The other cards that I think really start to look much better now are, hey, Scotia, since we're talking Scotia, Amex Platinum card, right? So the Amex Platinum card is only 399, 80,000 bonus right now, and comes with 10 complimentary priority pass visits. So if you had to keep a premium card, you could just within the Scotia ecosystem, the VIP card, of course, is 599 and has a whole bunch of other credits and such. But just the Scotia Amex Platinum card is amazing as well because it gives you, your 80K up to 80K bonus, 10 complimentary lounge passes, and it's only 399. The other card that a lot of people don't pay attention to and should pay attention now, especially if this particular lounge access thing is dear to you, is the RBC Avion Visa Infinite Privilege card. So the VIP card, not the Visa Infinite card, the VIP card, which is also a $399 card and comes with up to 70,000 Avios or Avion points and six lounge visits. So if you are dabbling in that Avion ecosystem and are able to get an upgrade from a Visa Infinite to a Visa Infinite Privilege, this is a good way of putting that card in your wallet, or at least having that as one of your cards in your wallet. In your household so that you have the additional six lounge visits through Dragon Pass available if you're going to burn through your 12 or not even have that 12. If you're not going to keep that platinum card, then having that RBC Avion VIP card at 399 is a much better bet for six lounge visits. And you can complement that card with the others like Scotia Passport, but yeah, Scotia Passport Visa Infinite even, which comes with six lounge passes at only $150 annual fee. The other card, of course, is the Amex Reserve card. I think continues to be the strongest card right now at 599 with 85,000 Aeroplan bonus. And unlimited access to Maple Leaf lounges and Air Canada cafes. And we've discussed this in much greater detail about the newer Air Canada cafes coming up in Montreal and two coming up in Vancouver. There's one in Toronto, and I won't be surprised if there is another one that comes up in Toronto in the near future as well. So yeah, just a card that holds a premium card that gives you all of the airport niceties, including lounge, unlimited lounge. I think the reserve card continues to be untouched in terms of the flexibility. Of course, it's within the Air Canada ecosystem, so you have to be flying Air Canada. But if you did not want to be pegged to a particular airline, then, like I said, Scotia would be my go-to with a passport VIP card, like Mayank said, or you could even look at complementing it with the Amex Platinum, Scotiabank Amex Platinum, that is, which still comes with the 10 complimentary priority pass, or the RBC Avion VIP as well, which still has six. And the reason I said RBC Avion VIP is if you've held on to your Avion Visa Infinite cards for a while and used them decently, then getting that upgrade offer is not uncommon. Or heck, even getting an approval for the VIP card with RBC is much, much easier than trying to get an approval of a VIP card from a TD or any of the others, right? So I think, which is why that sort of remains as a popular card in this community, but a lot of people forget about that niche perk of additional six lounge visits. That wouldn't. Rachel says we all have other first year free cards to complement our. Oh yeah, speaking of first year free cards, um, TD, since I was talking about TD, first class travel card right now, $139, but first year is free and has the highest bonus offering, 165,000 bonus, $100 credit with Expedia booking, four complimentary lounge visits. So again, a great complement to your other cards that have lounge access. Would be a TD first class card because yeah, it only comes with four lounge visits for now, but at least there's lounge visits added, and you can easily use that up if you are rationing your lounge visits with other cards that are in your wallet. Yeah, we all have other first year free cards to complement, but definitely that is another thing to keep track of. I was happy to have the Business Platinum as my lounge card, even if that meant I wasn't maximizing my Dragon Pass on the other cards. Also, very first world problem to be sure to track free lounge visits. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, Mayank says, and Scotia Amex card get Amex offers as well, of course. Yeah. I was yapping on about the RBC Avion VIP card because that's a card that doesn't get a lot of attention by the community because we are also sort of heads down to the Visa Infinite card because the value of the 55,000 bonus points you can earn on a $120 card is a lot more than spending $400 on a card and earn 70,000 points. But now, if you really wanted to sort of keep the count of your priority pass and whatnot, then six lounge visits on Dragon Pass on that VIP card is a lot easier to attain and keep. Also, in my opinion and in my experience, the RBC Avion VIP card is much easier to get approval on when I compare them to a CIBC VIP card or a TD VIP card. Haven't tried the Scotia VIP to be honest, but a lot of the VIP cards are a little more difficult to get approvals on. But I find that the RBC Avion, especially if you've had a decent history with RBC, then getting direct approval on the VIP card is a lot easier, and that card is only $399. Something to look forward to. That can be your secondary card in your wallet just to complement all of the other lounge visits. To have that additional six is a good one for a Canadian household. Yes, of course. And Sash hitting all the right marks, also reminding us that the VIP card is far beyond just the lounge visits because the 2 cents per point redemption, the straight redemptions are fantastic and including booking business class. So yeah, that's something a lot of us have used and will continue to use. But it's just I was trying to point out that many people, including myself, didn't pay attention to the lounge complimentary lounge access that was available on that card. I actually have a VIP card. I've held a VIP card for a couple of years now and never used it for any lounge thing and didn't even pay attention to it until I started thinking about these things. I was like, what other cards are in my wallet that I can? And then I was like, oh, sure enough, that VIP card has the RBC Avion VIP card has lounge access to it as well. So easy to sort of keep that in the back pocket if I need to. Agreed. Heather says Priority Pass needs to let you have one account that you can just add all of your credit cards with the code instead of having a bunch of separate accounts to manage. Yeah, or having to do it one at a time is a bit of a thing. So I agree. That'd be fantastic. It's almost like that eSIM thing in your, like if my phone can carry 16 eSIMs at the same time, then surely Priority Pass should be able to uh, have multiple cards all attached to one account and let you use everything that is attached to it. Farzan says, although it's a cashback card, the new Wealth VIP card includes six lounge visits for 240 annual fee waived for some clients. Ah, good to know. Nice. Yeah, the Wealth cards are getting a lot of press and media, which is good. Another competitor in the digital space, and I love a good non-traditional banking solution, be it a credit card or just an account. And Wealth again is something that a lot of us have through our investments and such. So yeah, good products coming through. They're not, in my opinion, not fully formed products yet, but a good market shaker, at least for the first couple of years, and we'll see how the core benefits of that card continue on and how much they can keep, or how much they can even acquire in that client space. But a good start nonetheless, and great to know that there are six lounge visits attached to it. Yet another card that I don't didn't wasn't thinking of having lounge access attached to it, but that's good to know for Zan. Spoken about yet? Alex says, on the flip side, let's see if the limited lounge access has any impact on lounge crowding in late 26 or onwards. My guess is nope, it's not. To be honest, I don't think Amex is doing this to manage lounge crowding. Uh, I think it's whatever has changed between that partnership with Premium Plaza, Plaza Premium, and Priority Pass. It's to do with contractual obligations, I suppose, or renewal of contractual obligations. Uh, but I don't think, in my opinion, it's not going to do anything because every time they try, remember when 35K status lost access to lounges, and they thought, oh, this would really do something. It didn't do anything. And to be honest, it's not going to do anything because just the sheer number of cards that partner with Dragon Pass or a Plaza Premium or a Priority Pass or whoever across, because don't forget, at that gate, you're not just looking at Canadian cardholders, it's everybody around the world that's traveling through these airports, right? Um, it's not even going to make a dent. So I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, wishful thinking, says Alex S. Let's lock this one out, folks. I'm looking at the time. I'm fading away a little bit as well, but let's close this one out. Great chat on all of the credit card stuff, and I'm sure we'll be talking more